I know how to get rid of my daughter. I just start recording and she runs away. It's how I get her to stop talking so much to me. Leave me alone. All right, let's get started. Okay, we're coming to the end. We're coming to the end. We are 12.7. All right, 12.7 is going to be like a combination of what the last two lessons with adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, intruder alert, all that stuff, okay? It's a combination of both. One little thing I got to add here. We are going to be solving two-step equations. Okay. Before I get started on examples, and that's how I'm going to do today. I'm just going to jump right in. We're going to do a ton of examples together. But before I do that, I want to mention something on here. It's like a little rule I have. Always move the number that is not with the variable. Remember, the variable is the letter first. Basically, you're going to have two intruders. Okay, always move the number that is not with the letter first. Basically, solve same as you've been doing. The opposite on both sides. Okay? We're going to be doing the exact same thing that we've been doing, but we have just one extra step because this is, in fact, two-step equations. Okay? But you're going to be like, when I show you the first example, you're like, which one do I do first? You're going to do the one that is not with the letter first. Okay? You're going to end up having two intruders this time. But you're going to get rid of the intruder that it's all, my Algebra 1 class, and they'll laugh when we get to two-step equations. I'm like, you're holding one intruder off while you're fighting the other one, okay? So the one that you're holding off, you're not going to mess with. You're just kind of holding them off. The one that you're fighting, that's the one that you're going to push through the door first. Oh my gosh, if any adults are listening to this, they're shaking their head because I'm a nutcase. Okay, here we go. First example. No, this is not number 1 in your book. This is just an example. 3f plus 7 equals 25. Okay. Notice before it would be like this. Like your last homework you just did looked like 3f equals 25, and we divided both sides. Okay? Now, because it's two-step equations, we've got that extra number there. Notice, remember right here, always move the number that is not with the letter first. So we have a 3 and a 7. The 7 is not with a letter, so we're going to move it first. We're going to move this first because it is not with the letter. So that's a plus 7. How do we move that? Opposite on both sides. Remember that? So we're going to do minus 7 on both sides. Those cancel out. I'm left with 3f equals 18. Now we're doing what you've been doing. The 3 and the f, what are they doing right there? They're multiplying. So the opposite is dividing. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. And we get f equals 6. That's what we're doing today. That's it. That's what we're doing. So we're isolating the variable. We're, getting the letter all by itself. We're trying to find out what is f. And you can check this. I'm not going to check all of them because I want to try to keep the video short. It's taking me forever to upload these things. So, but you can, on your own, go back and substitute that 6 in with that F. 3 times 6 is 18. 18 plus 7 is 25. And they check. That's how you can make sure you're doing it correctly, okay? Okay, let's do another. 2. R divided by -5 plus 10 equals 20. Okay, in the past, we only had that. R divided by -5 equals 20. We would multiply both sides, blah, blah, blah. But because it's a two-step, we got to move this guy first. Remember, this is not with the letter, so we move it first. It's not with the letter, so we move it first. All right, here we go. So if this is plus 10, we're going to subtract 10. And I get R over -5 equals 10. Okay, now we can solve this one. If we're dividing here, the opposite is multiplication. So we're multiplying both sides by -5. And I'm left with R equals 10 times -5, -50. There we go. See, two-step. Here's your first step to get rid of the number that's not with the letter. We did that. Second step is to get rid of this one. Now we can go back and check by substituting that R with the -50. So -50 divided by -5 plus 10 equals 20. Okay? So by rules of order of operation, we're going to do this first. Okay? -50 divided by -5, that is positive 10. Because a negative divided by a negative is positive. 10 plus 10 is 20. And they check. All right, let's do some more. All right, 4n minus 12 equals -20. All right, so we got to get rid of the one without the letter first. This intruder right here, we got to get rid of because remember I said this intruder, you're holding off. Okay, this intruder, you're beating the fire out of it, pushing them out the door, okay? All right, so we're going to get rid of this one first. And that's -12, so the opposite is +12. And I'm left with 4n equals -8. Because a negative and a positive, you subtract and take the sign of the larger. Okay, so step 2, we're going to get rid of this intruder now. You're multiplying here, so the opposite is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And I get n equals a negative divided by a positive is a negative, so it's -2. We can go back. This is going to be the last one I'm going to check, so I want to get through. If we're in the classroom, it'd be different, but these videos take forever. All right, so we're going to substitute that -2 and that n. See, we're still multiplying. Okay, 4 times -2, because remember, PEMDAS, we do multiply first. That PEMDAS or order of operation does not apply. Okay, that does not apply because we're isolating the variable. And anytime you have a letter there, don't worry about that order of operations. But right here, yes. So in this case, you do order of operations. We have multiplication and subtraction. We have to do the multiplication first. So 4 times -2 is going to be -8. And I'm rewriting my problem. And -8 and -12 is -20. So they do check. All right, let's move on. That's the last one I'm going to check for you. Okay, you know what I'm doing, and you can do that yourself. All right, 3y over 13 equals 6. All right, this one's kind of weird. You're like, what do I do first? They're all together. All right, now, notice that this 3 is right there next to that y. This 13, even though it's underneath the y, it's still kind of by itself. So therefore, we're going to get rid of the 13 first. If you get rid of the 3 first, it'll be wrong. So you want to get rid of this 13 first, because they're all kind of fighting together, but these two are much closer than this one in this case. So if this is division, the opposite is to multiply. So we're going to multiply both sides by 13. These cancel out, and I'm left with 3y equals 6 times 13 is 78. Okay, I've already done all the work. So no, that's why I'm not that smart, y'all. That's why I can go on the fly. All right, now this is multiplication. The opposite is division. I'm going to divide both sides by 3. I get y equals 78 divided by 3 is 26. There you go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do some work from our book. Let's do examples, page 546. All right, 546. Now we're going to drop down to B, section B, okay? Because section A, that's just dumb. That's going to confuse you even more because you have to write out what you do. Y'all know if you can do A, then you can do B. So we're going to start with B. 11. Let's go. I'm only going to do 4 more problems, and I'm setting you free because I've already done 4. I'm about to do 4 more. That's 8. You are good to go. 6a plus 3 equals 15. I want y'all on these to pause the video, work them out, then come back and see if you got it correct. Okay? So go ahead and do as I say. Pause the video, work it, and come back. All right, we're going to move this 3 first. I'm just going to put a star because it is not with the variable. It's not with the letter. So we're going to move it first. So that's plus 3. I'm going to minus 3 on both sides. And I get 6a equals 12. All right, now I'm going to get rid of the 6. We're multiplying here, so we're going to divide both sides by 6. A equals 2. There you go. Hopefully you are getting these right. All right, 13. I'm going to write this problem down. You're going to pause the video, and then you get started. I have b over 5 plus -7 equals 10. All right, guys, do I do the 5 first or the -7? You're going to do the -7. You're going to do the -7 because it is not fighting with the letter. It's not associated with the letter, so you're going to do it first. All right, so if that's a -7, the opposite is +7. So I'm going to add 7 to both sides, and I get b over 5 equals 17. All right, now step 2, get rid of that 5. Okay, if we're dividing, the opposite is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply 5 on both sides. Those cancel out, and b equals 85. Hopefully you got it right. Guys, again, off to the side, you can go back and check. You can put that 85 up there, divide, then add -7, you should get 10. If you do, and when you check, you must do order of operations. All right, let's do 15. I get negative 6x plus 25 equals 73. All right, which one do we move? The negative 6 or the 25? Hope y'all said 25. Make sure you did pause this video. 25 because it's not with the variable, the letter. This one is. So I'm going to move this one first. So that's plus 25. I'm going to subtract 25 on both. All right, so I have negative 6x equals 73 minus 25 is 48. Okay, now I'm going to move that negative 6. That is not minus 6 and we add both 6 to both sides or whatever. That negative 6 is being multiplied with that x. See how they're right next to each other? That's not, you're not going to add 6 to both sides because it's not, being subtracted from x. It's being multiplied. It's a negative 6 times x. So the opposite is dividing. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 6. And I get x equals, a positive divided by negative is negative. So negative 8. All right. One more. So let's see if y'all can do this on your own. 17, 16z minus 20 equals 28. Yep, wrote it down correctly. Okay, so which one do I do first? Do I get rid of the 16 or the negative 20? You're going to do negative 20 because it is not with the letter or the variable. So you're going to do this one first. So that's minus 20, so the opposite is plus 20. Cross that out, I get 16z equals 20 plus 28 is 48. Okay, let me move this out of the way. Okay, so now I'm going to divide because these two are being multiplied, so I'm going to divide by 16 on both sides. 48 divided by 16 is 3. And there's your answer. Now check on that, make sure. Okay, so that's what you're doing each time. I don't see anything that's going to cause any problems anywhere that's going to be odd for you. You're going to be doing page 546, numbers 12 through 1, 2, 4, 5. Yep, I'm going to do 10 this time, even. This is going to be due Monday. Guys, don't wait until Monday to do this. You're going to get backlogged and everything and make me crazy. So don't wait until Monday. Try to get this done the day it's assigned, all right? Okay. If you have any questions, you let me know. Your test or whatever I'm going to give you is going to be on Friday of next week. That is 5:15. Okie dokie? All right. If you have any questions, just let me know. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.